Hi, in the previous lecture we talked about the project location and the weather. In this lecture we will define the spaces and the rooms that we have in this project. So please click on spaces in the project browser and double click on new default space. In the general tab we have to enter the name of the room and its number. I will start by the number to sort the rooms. So I will start by this room G01 and the name of this room is Retail 01. For the floor area, we can read it from the plan from Revit, from the plan that we have created in the previous lectures. The area is 31 square meter. Next input that we have to enter is the average ceiling height of the building. Are we going to enter the height from the floor to the false ceiling or from floor to the slab? If we use a free return system, then we enter the height from the floor to the slab. If we use return ducted system, then it's enough to add the height from the floor to the false ceiling. In some applications, it's important to use the return ducted system. For example, in hotel rooms and residential apartments, we put the AC equipment in the toilet ceiling if we don't have spaces to place it somewhere else, as the false ceiling in toilets lower than other areas. So we cannot use the free return system because of the toilet unpleasant air. So we use the return ducted system as you can see in this apartment. The fan coil unit is placed in the toilet and we have the return duct from the bedrooms to the fan coil unit. In this case, we can add only the false ceiling height because the air will not mix with the air above the false ceiling. So we don't consider the volume above the false ceiling as occupied space. But in case of free return, the room air will be mixed with air above false ceiling. As you can see in this picture, the return diffusers are not connected to the fan coil unit by ducts. So we need to consider heat gain above false ceiling. So we take it into our consideration in the loads calculations. In this project, in the retails, no need to use the return ducted system. We can use the free return system as we are going to place the indoor equipments, the indoor units in the same room, not in the toilet, as you can see in this image. So I will enter the height of the false ceiling from the floor to the bottom of the slab of the next level. How to find this height? I will create a section on Revit. From Quick Access Toolbar, I will create a section. Right click on the section, go to View. Now I will find the distance from the top of the finished floor to the bottom of the slab by using the dimension tool. As you can see, the distance is 3.55 meter. The next parameter is the building weight. Heavy buildings tend to absorb and store heat for longer periods than light buildings. Most of the buildings are medium, but in case the project contains a lot of curtain walls, you can move the slider to the light side. If the building contains a lot of concrete works, stones, bricks, etc., then move the slider towards the heavy side. Usually we keep it on the medium. Next, the outside air ventilation requirements. Each application needs fresh air to be entered based on the activity and the function of the space. For example, in a beauty or nail salon, the outside air requirements must be more than a normal sales or mall common areas. because of the nail polish smell and other related stuff that they use in the nail salon. So we need more fresh air. As per ASHRAE, here we have the values that we saw in Hub, as they created Hub based on ASHRAE. So we need the values to be entered for the space, liter per second per person and liter per second per square meter. We need to enter these two values. Now let's say that you have an operation theater where 100% of fresh air needed. We change it, we scroll up to user defined, and from here I change it from liter per second per person to percentage of supply air, and here I will type 100, and for outside air requirement 2 I will change it to percent of supply, and here I will change the value to 0. Now with regards to the G01 retail one, it's a sales area, so I'm going to change and I'm going to choose the sales. As you can see, we have the outside air requirement number 1 3.8, and here outside air requirement number 2 0.6 liter per second per square meter. And if you go to the ASHRAE standard 62.1, you will find the same values 3.8 and 0.6 as they created Hub based on ASHRAE. So by the end of this lecture, make sure that you give the right name, right area, right average ceiling height, and the outdoor air requirements. Next tab is the internals. Using this tab, we can enter the heat gains from lighting fixtures, electrical equipment, and people. I thought about discussing all these tabs in one lengthy lecture, but then I changed my mind. I made a separate lecture for each tab. So if you want to review one of these topics quickly, you can find it easily. But before talking about the internals, we need to talk about the working schedule. So in the next lecture, we will define the project schedule. Click OK for now and don't forget to save your project. Thank you very much and see you in the next lecture.